welcome back. So today I want to do a video and it's kind of like a twofer. I really wanted to do a video featuring these Jouer moisture tints. I have just been absolutely loving these. I know I've talked about them in a favorites before. They're some of the only things I took with me as far as foundations go on my vacation. I really got an opportunity to use them and love them on there. The two that I have are the Illuminizing Moisture Tint and the Matte Moisture Tint. But the reason that this video is kind of a twofer is that a lot of you asked to see a demo on the Benefit Stay Flawless 15-Hour Primer Stick. I wanted to really do kind of like a twofer demos where I talked about the primer and I also showed the combination that I've been loving using it with, which is the Jouer Moisture Tint. In this particular demo, I used the Matte Moisture Tint. They're oil-free and the Illuminizing one has SPF 20 and the matte one has SPF 15. I love these. This matte one is seriously no joke. It is matte, ladies. So if any of you are oily, this is the one for you. It's like, hello oily skin, meet your lover. Like, this is amazing. You will love it forever. When I think of a moisture tint, I think of very light coverage. These provide, I would say, medium to full coverage for me, and they blend into the skin so well. I find these moisture tints are pretty long wearing on their own, but they don't have any claims to be super long wearing. Although I haven't had problems with them wearing off, I have been using this Benefit primer with them, and I like the results because I feel like my makeup stays all day, and it really has allowed me to kind of test out the claims that this primer has. So this primer, it claims, this is the 15-hour primer from Benefit. Super cute packaging, lid up. It has like a little cover that goes on it that I took off, but I wish I would have saved now because that might keep it from drying out, although I haven't noticed that it does that. This works, it's like a glue stick for your makeup, although when you apply it, it doesn't feel sticky. I know this thing has a lot of, people either love it or hate it. It has mixed reviews, and so I just wanted to share my personal reviews and demo on it. I love it. Basically, you apply it and it magnetizes your foundation to your skin. It blends and it creates this new texture and finish on your foundation, and they work cohesively together, so it can transform any foundation into a long wearing foundation, which is what I love about it. So if you have any foundations that you really love but you don't particularly find them long wearing, I think this would be an awesome primer. I don't find that this primer applies patchy whatsoever. I do it in small sections, which I will show in the demo. Small sections, add the foundation, and then mix them together so they blend together, and it acts as a magnet. It just grabs onto that foundation and makes it basically long wearing. 15-hour. This primer runs around $32, which is the going price for a primer. This is one that I really find that not only my makeup, but my blush, my bronzer, my highlight, everything stays put on my face. These moisture tints from Jouer run around $38. They are amazing. You only need a little bit. They have a little bit of a moussey texture. If you'd like to see a demo on the Benefit primer and the Jouer matte moisture tint, then go ahead and keep watching. So I'm going to get started, and like I said, I'm going to be using this Benefit 15-hour primer. This is not a first impressions. This is just kind of like a demo and mini review on both of these products. This has been my favorite go-to combination, you know, in such a cute little packaging, and it's like almost like one of those glue sticks. You roll it up. I would not roll it all the way up because I have seen some people have experienced that the product falls out. I haven't seen that. Mine is still very moist. It's not like a sticky residue, but it does act like a magnet. It's like the foundation and the primer work cohesively together, and they mix on your face to create a finish and almost like its own foundation to make any of your foundations long wearing. With this primer, I do my face in sections. I just start out and, you know, rubbing it on a section and then dab the foundation over it and then mix. I'm just gonna get started and squeeze a little bit out. This matte moisture tint has SPF 15 and it is oil free, and I have it in the color Nude, and I love the finish that it gives. It's like a velvet or a matte velvet finish. So I'm just gonna get started, and I just go like this and I just blend it in. Once you touch it to your face, it almost turns like a little bit watery, It doesn't have like a sticky tacky, it's like almost like silicone-y watery. I'm just going to dip my, this is almost like a moussey texture. Just gonna dip it in, and I start out by, like I said, just adhering it on small patches of my face. The only problem with this primer is that you could consider it to be, you know, not as sanitary, just because you're having to roll on stick. How I combat that is I just take a little, you know, tissue afterwards and wipe the top off. That keeps it from bacteria growing on it. So I have found with this combo, you know, the foundation blends in so smooth and nice on top of it. And I just love how it blends together, and it really does act like a magnet to your makeup while still giving it a nice flawless finish. Hence the name Stay Flawless. The one thing that I said about this, I know it has so many mixed reviews, but the one thing I love about this for my skin type, I have normal to dry skin. And one thing I noticed is that it not only keeps my foundation looking flawless, like I just put it on, but it keeps my blush, bronzer, and highlighter on in the same spot all day long. Put it up over on my forehead. Go ahead and rub it in. Okay, I'm gonna go with the rest of my face. Go to this patch right here. With typical primers, you apply your primer and you let it soak into your skin, and then you apply your foundation. With this one, you want to do it fast, like I said, so both of them can meld together to create that finish. I'm gonna go apply the rest of my makeup, and we will do a check-in, and you can kind of see how this foundation and the primer has held up throughout the day. So I've been wearing this now for about an hour, so this is the check-in of it. Really love these moisture tints. I find them so comfortable to wear. They don't feel tight or dry on the skin. They don't feel cakey at all with any buildup. Benefit primer going on, it doesn't feel gritty or greasy at all. I really love using the Sigma F84 to blend it all in. I feel like it gives a great blending the primer with the foundation and just kind of blending them in together so that they set evenly on my skin. I always have a 10% off discount code for Sigma brushes, so take advantage of that if you're interested in ordering any, and I do highly recommend the F84. Now I just wanted to show you one last time and just really say I just love this combo together. I just wanted to get out there a demo with my opinion so you guys could see firsthand, because everyone's skin reacts differently. Everyone has a different opinion, and that's why it's great to watch reviews. Since I do have normal to dry skin, but I tend to be a little bit more normal skinned. My friend Sarah from Beauty Buzz Hub has a great review on the primer, and she has dry skin. So if you guys have dry skin and you're really interested in seeing how the primer works, she does a demo so you can see how she applies it and how the primer works for her skin. We'll link her video below just in case you don't have the same skin type as me but you would like to see her opinions on it. Alright, well I will be back later to check in. Hi everyone, okay, it's like almost 9 o'clock and I totally forgot to do my last check-in for this foundation, but I was about to take all my makeup off and I was like, this foundation has been on for 12 hours, so and the primer has been on it, so I don't know what kind of light this is since it's almost dark out, but I'm just gonna see if you guys can see. I don't know what you guys can actually see. Foundation has pretty much stayed on as best possible. I actually had my hands on my face a lot today. The primer has kept the foundation pretty well, and there are a few spots over here that has started to wear off a little bit on my cheeks. I actually was going like this editing videos earlier, so I had my hands, like the oils in my hands, touching my face, so that probably wore it down a little bit. I completely forgot that I was filming this review, but you know what, that's real life. So it is like 104 out and I walked down to my kids' school, and yeah, my face doesn't look that great, but the primer kept this foundation on for ever, and it still looks good. Like if I were going out, I'd probably just maybe powder my face just a little bit. If you guys have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Mwah.